everyone. So we are again back with another chapter of Lucky You. So today we'll be discussing about the chapter. Let me share the screen first, okay? Yeah. So chapter is about balanced living. So here it says that thrive physically, mentally, emotionally, cultivate a calm and grateful mindset. So what does this line means? So, balanced living basically means taking care of your whole self, your mind, your body, your feeling. It's all about managing all your stress, eating well, learning, staying positive. Overall, how do you stay balanced in your life, taking care of your overall well being? Let's move to the next slide, that is stress management. It's all about understanding your stress and learning the techniques to handle it in a ways that keeps you calm and focused. So, stress management means knowing what stresses you about, okay? Understand what causes you the stress and then learning the ways to handle it. So, some of the techniques include a very simple technique which we usually do, that is deep breathing. So, whenever you are stressed out, try to stay calm and deep breathe. Exercise sometimes helps us any time of the day. If you're at least taking out 10 to 15 minutes of your time and doing a simple workout, that will help you to get relieved from your stress. Meditation is a very good technique to come out from the stress, and which we always do, that is, we try to find someone who is our someone very close, or someone whom we trust. It can be someone in our family, our relatives, or our friends, to share all our problems. The moment we share the problems, we get relieved a lot from the stress. So these are the simple techniques we have to find out to come out from the stress management. So if you manage stress, you'll feel more calm, you'll think more better, more clearly, and you'll enjoy the life more. So let's move to the next slide. Okay, so it says that ever felt like your brain is juggling too much and all you want is to hide under a blanket. Okay, so yeah, this is a situation. It can be really tough to cope at times. The stress can be really tough to cope. So life is stressful, I do believe, but taking a break and step back from that situation at times, prioritizing your self care by doing all the kind of activities, relax, take a walk alone at times, sometimes. You can reach out to your supported friends or your trustable friends. Remember, you are not the only person who is stressed out. There are people who are stressed, so talk to them what they do and come out from the stress is the ultimate thing that we want. Okay, so stress is a natural part of our life. Everyone experiences it in some form. It's often a response to things that matters to you. The key is learning to manage stress, so it becomes a positive force, leading to better focus. By handling stress effectively, you can stay calm and collected even when life gets chaotic. Yeah, so stress is a very common part in everyone's life. We get stress in our personal life, we get stress in our professional life. So, what we cannot just complain, we cannot just give up from our life. We have to find out the techniques, like I discussed in the previous slide. We have the we have to find out the ways and the different things to come out from that stress. You cannot run away. The only thing that you can do is find out the different techniques, different things that you can do from which you can come out from your stress. Because stress at times can lead you to a decision which you might regret later, or stress at times can make you take a decision which at that point of time is not needed. Just because you're stressed out, you got short tempered, or you just gave up from your life and you took that decision. After few days, after few months, you will regret that why did I do that. So rather, taking this kind of steps, you can find out the alternatives to come out from that stress. Okay, so this is a very interesting fact which we always tell you in every chapter. That is, did you know stress shrinks your brain and affects memory and learning? Yeah. So stress can affect the brain's ability to adapt and change. You do not become adaptive at times and you get stressed out. Moderate stress boosts memory and sharpen the focus. A moderate level of stress can increase the alternativeness and the focus. Okay. 75% of the adults experience stress which is moderate to high. So, like I told you, everyone, you are not the only person who is stressed out. Everyone is stressed in their life. Some personally, some financially, some for their health issues, different problems are there. So, the 75% of the adults are stressed out from moderate to high. Okay. Okay, now it's the activity time. That is stress detective. Let's know how much you are stressed. How often are you stressed out? So there are options: never, rarely, sometimes, frequently. So you have to tick up. Never means कभी आप stress नहीं होते हो. Rarely means very few. कभी कभी. Sometimes is most of the time you do it, and frequently. Every now and then you get stressed out. What stresses you the most? Write down the three things that often stresses you and rate them how each one of them makes you feel. From 1 mild to 10 extreme. You have to write down the three things that stresses you out the most, and you also have to write down the number. That is, 1 means बहुत कम and 10 means what extreme level you go for that stress. Okay, how does your body react? What physical sign of stress do you notice? When you get stressed out, how do you feel? Okay, do you feel like very angry, very anxious, furious, or do you feel like giving up on everything? Do you feel very emotionally sad? You feel like crying? How does your body react when you get stressed? Write down the three things, okay, that your body reacts. And what is your action plan for each stress trigger? Write three actions that you take to reduce the stress. What do you do? Like I have told you the different things. You can take a walk, you can talk to your friends, you can go for if you are a foodie, you can eat different food. That can also be a stress buster at times. So what do you do to come out from that stress? You have to write down the 3 points. Okay, next is a Pomodoro planner. I think most of you know this Pomodoro technique. I have discussed this in the class in many of the batches. So, stress often stems from poor time management. By managing the time effectively, we can reduce unnecessary steps. The Pomodoro technique, it's a Japanese technique, helps break your work into manageable timed session, boosting productivity while preventing burnout. Use the following method to work on the urgent task. So, what is Pomodoro usually? We work for 25 minutes on one task. We work for 25 minutes, and after 25 minutes, we take a 5 minutes break after each activity, after each work that we are doing. 5 minutes break. Again, it continues. So, after 4 Pomodoros, we have to take 15 to 30-minute breaks, and it continues like that. 25, again 5 minutes break, again 25, again 5 minutes break. So you have to continue this for 4 times, and after 4 times you have to take 15 to 30 minutes break. So this is a Pomodoro planner. Now you have to make a to-do list and prioritize the task effectively that can greatly improve productivity and reduce stress. Divide your tomorrow's tasks into a following category. So what do you have to do? You have to divide the page into 4 quadrants, and you have to write in the first box, that is, what is the most important task of the day, the primary task. And in the second box, you can write what is the secondary task which is important but not urgent. Okay. First one is very important, very urgent. Second one is important but not urgent task, tomorrow's task. In the third box, you can write which is urgent but not an important task. These tasks can wait for you. You can do this task as and when you get a time, but not currently. You have to do immediately. You have to. Example, answering and non-essential emails, shopping, etc. And in the last box, you have to write not urgent and not important task, which are non-essential tasks. These tasks are often a waste of time and that can be skipped, like excessive use of social media, binge watching TV. So these kind of things, that is tomorrow's activity. Okay. Today you will think of tomorrow's activity. This is the second task that we have discussed. Third task of the day, that is Pomodoro activity planner. Okay, this magical tool will help allocate your time effectively by scheduling study sessions, classes, assignments, and extracurricular activities. This prevents procrastination and ensure that you have time to complete tasks. Okay, you have to write the date. Okay, first write down the date. It can be today's date, it can be the following day's date. What is the most important task of the day? If I talk about tomorrow itself, assume that tomorrow you have a PPT to give. So you can write that. What is the target? Okay. What is the target and what is the actual you have achieved? Secondary task. That is, what is the secondary task of the day? For example, you are having exam also tomorrow. You can target that. What is the target? Is you have to get 40 out of 50. That is the target. And what actually you have achieved. So that is how you can make a box and target versus actual achievement that you have to write down. Similarly, task 4 and task 5. Okay, how productive were you today on a scale of 1 to 10 and what happened? This is also another question that you have to answer. Okay. Next one is FOMO. How many of you have heard the word FOMO? That is fear of missing out. Fear of missing out is an anxiety that happens inside from feeling that others are behaving better experiences or opportunities they are getting. It's worsened by the social media. It has become more worse after social media has come into our life, where people, they are sharing their highlights, they're sharing their vacations, their achievement, their exciting events, creating a comparison culture. We feel like we are not able to achieve that. They are going to different places, they are achieving, they are shopping, they are living a very good life. What are we doing? So this is a fear that usually happens. That's an anxiety that goes inside, that maybe I'm not able to do anything, maybe I'm missing out on everything. So that is FOMO. Okay. So FOMO affects mental health, decision making, self-esteem, that is the self-respect, and the focus. It will distract you from your personal goal. So now the task is rate from 1 to 5. 1 is never and 5 is always. Okay. Do you feel left out when friends hang out without you? If yes, then 5. If no, then 1. If average, you can mark 3. Do you check social media to see what others are doing? Do you get anxious when seeing event photos you missed out? How often do you compare your life to friends online? How do you agree? Do you agree to plans just not to miss out? This means like you are not wanting to be an active member of that plan maybe, but just because others are going and you don't want to miss out, you said yes to that plan. So that is the last part. You have to rate, okay? You have to rate from 1 to 5. Do you feel pressured to post online like others? Do you think friends have more fun or success than you? Do you feel that you are missing out on better experiences? Do you regret your choices seeing others? And does missing out stresses you? So you have to all rate out of from this 1 to 5. Yeah. So let's analyze your score. So if just add up all, how much, whatever is your total score from number 1 to now the last part. If you are scoring between 10 to 20, you have very low FOMO, okay? You rarely feel left out. If you are from 21 to 30, you are having a moderate FOMO, that is occasionally you feel left out, that is manageable. And from 31 to 40, you are in a very high FOMO, that is not very high, sorry, it's high FOMO, that is frequent anxiety and comparison you are having. And 41 to 50, you are in a very high FOMO that strongly impacts decision and confidence. You are strongly dependent on what others are doing. You're strongly taking decisions based on what others are doing. So that is not good. Okay, so this is something that you have to know. Here are some ways to fight FOMO in your life. Okay. Stay present, focus on the moment rather than comparing yourself to others. Comparison often leads to feeling of competition or inadequacy, which is not good. Limit social media, okay? Cut down time spent on social media to reduce comparison. Be very mindful of how much of social media you're using. Rather, you can spend your time more on finding out different hobbies in your life, spending time with your loved ones. Yeah, we all use social media and that is fine, but you have to know when to use it and how much time we have to give on social media. Other tasks are also pending, it's waiting for you, so you have to focus on other tasks as well. Gratitude practice. Think and focus on things you are grateful for every day. Be positive, be positively grateful for everything and everyone who has impacted in your life. Make choices for you, base decisions on true interest, not out of fear of missing out. Understand what drives you, okay? Trust your instincts and learn to say no to things sometimes that are not getting aligned with your thoughts. We generally say yes thinking of what others will feel or he might like it, but we do not see our inner instinct. We do not find out if we are saying yes or no, am I happy with it? So sometimes we have to learn to say no as well. Okay, underachievement occurs when there is a gap between potential and your actual performance, leading to frustration, self-doubt. It affects various aspects of your life, from academics to personal growth. So underachievement affects your self-esteem, your motivation, your mental health. You'll start procrastinating due to the fear of failure and relationship as well. So this underachievement will affect your life drastically. Now again, a very simple quiz. So underachievement quiz, okay? So that was a FOMO quiz. This is an underachievement quiz. Again, the same thing. From 1 is never, 5 is always. Do you often feel you are not living up to your potential? You have more potential which you are not using. Do you procrastinate tasks you know you can do it, but still you are not doing it because of some other reasons? Do you feel frustrated by your lack of progress? Do you compare yourself negatively to others? Do you set high expectations but struggle to meet them? Do you avoid new challenges due to fear of failure? And the last one is, do you feel overwhelmed by starting a task? You will rate from 1 to 5 and again you will make a total of all the scores. If you are between 7 to 14, you are aware of your potential and you are on track, okay? If you are between 15 to 21, your focus and motivation is needed improvement. 22 to 28, you are feeling stuck. Changes needed in approach. And 29 to 35, your serious intervention required to break the cycle. This is not good. You need to be very alert and you have to bounce back very quick. You're not moving in the correct track. Regardless of how much underachievement you feel, here are some practical recommendations. Set achievable goal, break task into small manageable steps. Embrace your failure, learn from the mistake and use them to grow. Failure is a part of our life. I had told you in the previous slides also. Time management. Organize your task with clear priorities. Practice self compassion. Be kind to others. Be kind during the setbacks, and seek accountability. Share your goals with someone who can support your progress. Okay, so this is a small, take a mini break. Take 5 minutes break every hour to stretch, move, or step outside for fresh air. Short breaks can reduce your stress and improve your focus. They also help recharge your mind and boost productivity. So it's a very nice line written by Mark Black, that is, sometimes the most productive things you can do is just relax. Okay, so now this is the last task, and it's a very common in all the chapters you have to do, that is start, stop, and continue. After listening to me, after reading every slides and understanding based on your understanding, you have to write down 3 start, 3 stop, and 3 continue. Okay, so I hope this chapter was helpful to you. Balanced living is very important in our stressful life. How much you are balancing your life, it all depends on you. And start to practice balanced living. Thank you so much. That's all from my end. The activities, I hope you will be doing it and with full attentiveness. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Take care.